Welcome to Tiggio's White Noise. In this video, we are going to do an amazing video about 41 reviews. Some of them are 1-star reviews, some of them are 5-star reviews. But basically, we are doing this video because people write the most hilarious things. Some of these reviews are they're being genuine. Some of them they're being, having a little exaggeration to them. But the human mind is very interesting. So let's dive into it. 41, I may read all of it. Some of them, these are 3-4 paragraphs. I may read all of it for some, but some of them I may not. So number 1, Bic for Medium Ballpoint Pen. This is a 5-star review. My husband has never allowed me to write, as he doesn't want me touching men's pens. However, when I saw this product, I decided to buy it using my pocket money. And so far, it has been fabulous. Once I've learned to write, the feminine color and the grip size, which was more suited to my delicate little hands, has enabled me to vent thoughts about new recipe ideas, sewing and gardening. My husband is less pleased with this product, as he believes it will lead to more independence and hates the feminine tangling sensation, along with the visions of fairies and rainbows he gets whenever he picks it up. Now, honestly, before I go further, some of these will make me laugh. You will hear me laugh because I can't hold in the laughter that sometimes it's just that funny. This is a Winger 16999 Swiss Army Knife Giant. This is a 3-star review. Received this knife as a gift as my 18th birthday. Wish I'd known what it was because as soon as I touched it, I grew a mustache and became a Navy SEAL. My mom fainted and my dad laughed and handed me a beer. I was born a girl, minus 2 stars because my breasts were really nice. Alright, now this one is hilarious. Where is baby's belly button? A lift the flap book. 1 star. Do not buy this book. You can see the ending right on the cover. The book is completely misleading. The entire plot revolves around finding baby's belly button. The title makes this much clearer from the beginning. However, there's no mystery. There's no twist. Baby's belly button is right where it's supposed to be, on baby's stomach, right where it clearly shows you on the cover of the book. The plot is a very complete mess as a result of its reliance on the mystery of where the belly button is. Everything falls apart the second you realize that the belly button was in plain sight all along. There's no conflict, there's no character development, and there's scarcely any plot. Whoever wrote this book must have a serious error in judgment, because you would have to be an infant not to immediately understand where the baby's belly button is. There's one of the worst pieces of literature I've ever read. Number 4, the WMA Blue Amazon Kindle Waterproof Case Cover Protective Bag Pouch. 5-star review. Hoping it would be crap, her Kindle would slip out and electrocute her. Got this for my mother-in-law for bath time. Hoping it'd be crap, her Kindle would slip out and electrocute her. So far, the bloody thing is staying in one piece. Great for waterproof kindling. Crap for murder. The Hustler 571 Banana Slice. Save my marriage, Miss Toledo. What can I say about the 571B Banana Slicer that hasn't already been saved about the wheel, penicillin, or the iPhone? This is one of the greatest inventions of all time. My husband and I will argue constantly over who had to cut the day's banana slices. It's one of those chores no one wants to do. The old I spent the entire day re-earning our children. Maybe you can pinch in a little and cut these bananas. And of course, You think I have the energy to slave over your damn bananas? I work a 12-hour shift and just to come home to this? These are the things that can destroy an entire relationship. It got to the point where our children could sense the tension. The minute I heard our 6-year-old girl in her bedroom reenacting our daily banana fight with her Barbie dolls, I knew we had to make a change. That's when I found this 571B banana slicer. Our marriage has never been healthier, and we've incorporated it in our lovemaking. Thanks, 571 banana slicer. Now this is the Creative Arts by Charles Leonard Glitter. 5-star review. This one is hilarious. You might hear me laughing a tad bit in this one. So I wake up in the middle of the night in my 2-bedroom apartment. I find my roommate passed out face down on the wooden floor. I think nothing of it and go back to sleep. The next morning, I wake up to go to work and there's a homeless guy asleep on my couch. My roommate woke up still drunk and had made friends with the bum. And this is the second time he let a stranger off the street just stroll in and pass out. Great. You're probably thinking, what does this have to do with my arts and crafting? Well, I bought this product and proceeded to cover everything in my room owns in glitter. Every t-shirt, every book, every pair of shoes, his bed, I cover his entire life in glitter. He will have glitter in every crevice of existence until he dies. He did track out all over my apartment, yes. Does the carpet look like a Care Bear farted all over it? Yes. But he threatened to kill me, sure. But would he ever let another stranger sleep on the couch? No. Would I ever have to worry about a random guy off the street murder me in the night? No. All the security for just $12.44. Unbelievable, staggering value. Cannot recommend enough. Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition, PlayStation 4, 1 star. Congratulations, you've earned 1 star. Additional stars can be purchased for $5.49 each. Now, this is the horrible sugar-free gummy bears 5-ounce bag. 1 star review by Christine E. Torok. Oh man, words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The Gummy Bear Cleanse. If you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you are like the dozens of people that had tried my order, run. First of all, for the taste, I will rate these a 5-star. So good, soft, true to taste, fruit flavors like sugar variety. I was a happy camper. But, not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. I had gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating, beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning for some bad shellfish that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside of me. Then came the flatulence. Heavens to Murgatroyd. The sounds like trumpets calling the demons back to hell. The stench like 1,000 rotten corpse vomited. I couldn't stand to stay in the room for fear of succumbing to my own orders. But wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like something tried to funnel the Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear my siphoners were screaming. Maybe I butchered that. It felt like my delicate starfish was gaping maw, projectile vomit, and a torrential flood of toxic waste, 100% fluid, flammable liquid, napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond, as it was just beyond anything I couldn't imagine possible. And it went on for hours. I felt violated when it was all over, which I thought might have been sometime in the early morning of the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. I had 5 pounds of this innocent looking, delicious tasting hell bear, so I told a friend about what happened to me, thinking it had to be some type of sensitivity. I had the sugar substitute, and in spite of warning and graphic descriptions, she decided to take her chances and take them off my hands. Silly woman. All of the same for her, and a phone call from her while on the toilet, because you kind of end up living in the bathroom for a spell, telling me she really wished she had listened. I think she was crying. Her sister was skeptical and suspected that we were exaggerating. She took them to work, and since there were 99% of the 5-pound bag left, she works for a construction company where there were builders, roofers, house painters, landscapers, etc. Lots of people would generally have limited access to toilets on a given day. I can't imagine where all of those poor women pooped that day. I kept envisioning men on roofs, crossing their legs, trying to decide if they can make it down the ladder or should they just jump. If you order these, best of luck, and please don't post a review during the aftershocks. P.S. When I ordered these, the warning, the disclaimers, and leaking these were not posted. I'm not a moron. Also, not sure why so many people assume I'm a man. I am a woman. We poop too. Of course, our poop sparkles and smells like a walk in the mildew of wildflowers. Thanks for all of the great comments. I've been enjoying reading them. So glad the horror show experience from smacking on these has at least made some people smile. Overhead rubber penguin, mask, happy feet, animal, fancy dress. 4-star review. I wear this mask to sing lullabies to my children. They are terrified of the mask. Whenever they protest about their bed or ask too many questions, ask for too many sweets, I whip on their mask, and soon they know who is the king penguin. This is number 10, the Buddha Matatra, the Christ copper mediation pyramid system for healing polished copper connectors with 4-inch capstone for Buddha Matara, the Christ Shambler healing tools. 1 star. The tent was missing its stakes, tarp, and fly cover. I had to cover it in vines and leaves for my camping trip. I got soaked overnight when it rained. Coincidentally, my hepatitis is now gone. The Veet for men hair removal gel cream, 200 milliliters. Dennis makes my farts sound louder. The hair must have acted as an interlocking silencer. I gave this a big thumbs up. 5 out of 5. The UFO Detector and internal magnetometer interference with microcontroller for 24 hours, 7 days a week. 1-star review. I don't know if this is a scam or if mine was broken, but it doesn't work, and I'm still getting abducted by UFOs on a regular basis. The next is solid wired mouse SM8500. My girlfriend and I went on the verge of breaking up because I would keep her awake all night with constant mouse clicking. Not anymore. Considering this relationship saved, the mouse was so solid, she would sometimes forget I'm even home and invite her new lover over. He's a pretty cool guy. The Woofer Walls by Martin Scorsese, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. 1-star review. Guess why? There were no wolves in the movie. Number 15, English Grammar for Dummies. Now I might butcher this name a little bit, but this is a 5-star review. When I first came to America, my English did cause me problems. In the Soviet Union, I was strong teacher. My English, I know, is the best in all of Petro Poskovich. I'ma just butcher some names here. This is taking in advance. My brother Michael, or Mikhail, he say to me, Nikolai, you go to America. They make you rich like Caesar. Take many women as lover. Kill many bear. My brother, he is very wise. Is greatest toy maker in all of Russia. So next day I wake up, sell my house, say goodbye to my wife and children, and go to America to become a millionaire. Then in America, I go to job interview. They say to me, Nicole, you are not good for job here. You are not the skills we need. Your English is poor like chow. I take that man and smash his table. I say someday I will be greatest man in all of country. Their children will wish me their father. That day my anger is best of me. It is then I know I must learn better English. So I buy English grammar for It Is for Dummies by Mr. Woods. Now I am perfect English grammar. I write letter to Mikhail, and he write back, Nicole, your English is like a god. You will be a millionaire soon. All of Petroposovic is proud of you. Good luck, brother. Please send letter when you are president, or maybe Khazar. Ha ha ha. Also, your wife was killed by bear. So I say thanks to Mr. Woods for this book. When I'm Caesar, your family will be spared. All right, this is the Dean and AKD1 dedicated link cable. Transmission of music data at rates faster than the speed of light seemed convenient until I realized I was hearing the music before I actually wanted to play it. Apparently, then forgot how accustomed most of us are to the unidirectional time and the general laws of physics. I tried to get used to this effect, but hearing sounds play before I even realized I was in the mood for them just really screwed up my preconceptions of choice and free will. I'm still having a major hangover. Would not purchase. This is the Marty Flauflin Pure Brown Seaweed Extract 500 milligram 90 capsules. Amazing. I get this to my cat and it cured him for the autism. Also, since eating this product with meal 3 times a day, no more house goals. Now, this one is funny. Upgraded to Windows 95 from Windows 8. I upgraded to Windows 95 from Windows 8. Before in Windows 8, I had to go to the ginormous start screen to launch a program on the desktop. But now in Windows 95, there is a start menu that makes launching programs much easier. A lot of the default programs that came with Windows 8 are in Windows 95. The calculator, Paint, Notepad, etc. A noble and cool in Windows 95. In the briefcase, I can stick folders in it and bring the file up another computer. Minesweeper is a great game in Windows 95 to try. Unlike Windows 8, MS-DOS games are fully compatible, so no need for DOS box. Additionally, Windows 95 uses significantly less resources like hard disk space, so my hard drive went from 475 gigabytes out of 500 gigabytes with Windows 8 to 499 gigabytes to 500 gigabytes. Some of the other features in the Windows 95 are defragler your drive, disk space for checking and disk errors. Alright, so let's go to the Uranium Ore, a 3-star. I purchased this product 4.47 billion years ago, and now I opened it, it was half empty. Horny male chastity device, metal wire cage, 40 milliliters, 50 milliliters, 45 milliliters, 50 milliliters. Keeps my son from sinning. My son is going through, will be starting puberty in the next year or so. since his father left me and I'm now raising him on my own. I bought one of these for him to wear when he's not being supervised. He's well made. I made sure he's unable to take it off without removing the lock. I know it is a great product because he absolutely hates it. I don't enjoy seeing him unhappy, but I enjoy the peace of mind knowing that he isn't messing around at school, sinning at night, and most of all, I'm glad he is remaining pure for the Lord. He is counting the days, 8 years, until he's old enough to join the seminary and be able to take it off. Great product. Thanks again. Phone Posit. 5-star review. Sure, these shoes are pricey, but you get what you pay for. I work 60 hours a week all year long, and I finally was able to purchase these shoes. I put them on, and you would immediately tell that these weren't your average $60 sneakers. They may have the same amount of form, comfort, shape, and performance, but they are way more stylish, like 3,000 stylish. Sometimes my daughter complains, though. She'll say things like, "Are we going to eat tonight?" And I'm tired of sleeping in the street. But then I just show her my awesome sneakers and she shut her little bee mouth. Great shoes. Do recommend. Microwave for One by Sonia Allison. I used to be that I get home from work and the only thing I want to put in my mouth was a cold barrel of my grandfather's weapon. Then I discovered Sonia Allison chicken tetrazzini, and now there are two things. The Wrecking Bob Tattoo Fade System. 4 stars. Don't get it in your eyes. I bought this for my wife, who wanted to remove a tattoo from just above her buttocks. I believe they call it a tramp stamp. The tattoo said Ronnie, which is in the name of one of her ex-boyfriends. So you can understand how I decided to spend the money on getting that damn tattoo removed. My wife didn't really want to get the tattoo removed, although she denied it. I think she was still into this Ronnie character. She would always visit him in jail as well as send him letters and pictures. So I found this product at the local Wegmans. I didn't tell my wife what it was. Instead of explaining to her that it was a tattoo enhancement, I told her it was Stangler, but that was just the stuff doing its job. Now, have to understand that my wife is a big girl. Let's just say that she constantly wears jogging pants and prefers them as her pants. So she couldn't really see the tattoo herself, so when she tried to use a mirror, it was hard to make out. So I thought everything would turn out okay. Well, the cream worked. Every evening I would apply the cream on her, telling her the tattoo was looking better and better, when in fact it was fading more and more. I told her that the micro dermabrasion thingy was actually a tattoo polisher, and I would spend 15 minutes every night grinding away at that damn tattoo, and it was almost going entirely. Then Ronnie got out of jail. It turns out my suspicions was correct. My wife still had a thing for him. I came home from work one evening to find Ronnie and my wife hanging out on the couch, and boy did they look pissed. And Ronnie was a pretty tough looking guy, apparently, and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to assume anything here. Somehow Ronnie had noticed that her bare space had just above my wife's buttocks had asked her about it. Now he was pissed off because he bought her the tattoo to begin with. She was pissed off as well because I had tricked her into having her tattoo removed. Long story short, I had the option of getting my ass kicked or of buying a new tattoo. So we went to the tattoo place, shelled out the cash of a new tattoo. and winced the entire time as Ronnie and my wife watched me get the words "Ronnie's bitch" tattooed on my chest. Since then, my wife has kicked me out, and Ronnie is now living in my house. And me? I'm on my second tube of Wrecking Bomb Tattoo Fade System. I can't tell you enough how much I like this product. I purchased this after I was confronted by some punks demanding that I hand over my money. I am a relatively fit guy, and I was no match for them. That's when I realized that I need to protect myself. The day after I bought this product, I went to the very same Walmart parking lot when I was first mugged. I approached a group of hooligans standing outside the entrance concealing my secret weapon. I coolly asked, "Remember me?" One of them looked up and said, "Have you come back to buy some more s'mores or Thin Mints? My Girl Scout troops needs to raise some money." I replied, "You are not taking my money this time, but sure, they're delicious," she said. I whipped out my knuckle blaster stun gun hand and shouted, "Wrong move, B." The first Girl Scouts ran over screaming. After I pounded my chest in victory, I accidentally activated the stun gun and applied 950,000 volts to my right nipple. I woke up 4 hours later to the sound of heavy footsteps. Those Girl Scouts had brought their fathers, but I was ready. I lunged at the largest one with the crowd raggle-fraggle and hit him in the stomach. He hit the ground harder than a fat kid on a jungle gym. And the others began to circle around me. I changed techniques, holding both of my hands in tight fists. I raised my arms to my sides and initiated the helicopter spin. They all backed off, fearing my impressive RPM. After a while, I started getting dizzy, and one of the fathers decided to try to tackle me. As he ran to me, stood there dizzy and queasy. Time was going real slow. Then I remembered I had eaten lunch at Chipotle, and the burrito was fighting its way back up my stomach. I turned toward my enemy and launched a scream of projectile vomit at them, knocking them to the ground. And I started singing, "Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor." I grabbed my knuckle blaster stun gun and shoved it into my mouth, running head first at my foes, electrocuting them with my teeth, and eventually they were all unconscious, and I walked home victorious. Horsehead Mass. When I turned state witness, they didn't have enough money to put me in witness protection program, so they bought me this mask and gave me a list of suggested places to move. Since then, I have lived in my place in peace and safety, knowing that my old ideas forever obscured by this life-saving item. The HD USB wall charger, 5 stars. My wife and I can now charge all the devices simultaneously. Now all we fight about is crippling alcoholism and my unhealthy obsession with Dakota Fanning. This is a Kegel Smart Kegel pelvic floor exerciser. I always wanted the NSA to know how strong my Kegel muscles are. Alright, this is a Zenith men's 96.0529.4035. Saves $58,000 with a deal. I wasn't going to buy this watch, but I noticed Amazon had it $58,000 off. What a deal. With the money I saved, I purchased a brand new BMW and still had money left over for a Disney vacation. How many watches save you money to buy a car and a vacation? Now, whenever I see someone with money troubles, I tell them to buy this watch and save $58,000. I'm considering buying 10 of these watches so I can save $580,000 and buy a house on cash. Retirement savings is also no longer a concern for me, as I plan to buy one every year and live off the $58,000 I save. The Holy Bible, number 29. 3-star review by W. Christian. For those of you who don't know, this is God's second novel. After the Old Testament, it's marked improvement. In my opinion, he got rid of a lot of those previous anguish and scorn, and he has really begun to show some of his maturity present in his later works. He's become a much more loving and kind God, and noticeably, he doesn't throw nearly as many tantrums as he did in the first book. That said, there's still a vast room for improvement, plot-wise. There isn't really much suspense, and the story can be incredibly repetitive. In like 4 chapters, he just rewards the same basic story over and over again. To top of that off, he puts those chapters one after the other, like we wouldn't notice. I like the whole Jesus character, but let's face it, the whole good guy mantra thing has been done before. There's no need to devote so much of the book to this guy or that guy. All right. The Mountain 3 Wolf Moon shirt, short sleeve t-shirt. Unfortunately, I've already had this exact picture tattooed on my chest, but this shirt is very useful in colder weather. Zippo 4-ounce lighter fluid, 5-star review. It's a can of lighter fluid. It's flammable. That's 4 ounces of it. Do you want 4 ounces of flammable lighter fluid? Then this is the product for you. LG 5K Ultra HD, 1-star review. My wife left me after I used our retirement fund and her inheritance money from her mom to buy this TV. The kids only visit me once a month now, but they think it's cool. Does look very out of place in my new 1-bed council flat though. The Matry Ace recreational football. Sorry, I receive a flat ball. Astro Bidet fresh water spray, non-electric mechanical bidet toilet seat attach. I can't believe I wasted 30 years of my life being played with by a multi-billion-dollar toilet paper industry. It rubs you raw. It's bad for the environment, plumbing, and doesn't even get you clean and costs you money every week. Are you kidding me? Comes with everything you need. Didn't even necessarily need those used tools, just my man hands. After the quick install, I was eager to go pool. I had a nagging dingleberry, which I knew toilet paper would just smear. So, and be left wiping by leather Cheerio raw for the better part of 10 minutes before finally giving up and jumping in the shower. Not anymore. The cooling, high-powered water pressure blasted the crap right off. If you're a blind person, this product is a must. No more checking the toilet paper, because you know the poo is gone. I'm walking around on a humid day, haven't had gig butt yet. The product will make you a believer. Hulk Smash Hands, 2-star review. I got these in the mail. It was the only present I wanted, and wanted to use them immediately. You see, every day when I walk to school, these 2 guys, Ronald and Chester, push me on the ground and call me names and say I'm no good. Then they always rip up my homework and take every one of my pens and pencils away. One time they made me eat a whole pencil and my mouth was bleeding for 2 days. If I say stop, they punch me in the tummy. I had to borrow a pen in class, and the teacher always say, "Etchison, why ain't you got no pen? This is school. Where you think you were coming?" Every day. So when I got these hawk hands, I decided to take matters in my own hands. Or should I say hawk's hands. I walked to school with these on, hitting behind my back. When the two guys came up to me, I pulled them out and said, I think 2 butt munches owed this guy some pencils. I started waving my hands in a windmill style and punches. I hit Ronald in the chest, but then Chester stabbed me in the leg with a knife and then ran off. Now I'm in the hospital because I didn't tell anyone for too long and it got infected. My parents are really mad at me. I hate college. The Photive Hydro waterproof wireless Bluetooth speaker, 5-star reviews. I bought this for my father-in-law for Christmas. His home was completely demolished by EF4 tornado. The next day, the following day entailed torrential rain. Today, we found the speaker amongst the soaking wet rubble of his home. Amazingly, it powered right up and is in perfect working order. Rubbermaid 28.79 blue plastic ice trays, 5-star review. For almost 8 years, I live in an apartment with a variety of dollar store ice trays. They work sometimes, popping out the ice cubes after some coaxing. Sometimes I have to heat them up over a gas burner to melt them enough so they'll release. Sometimes I'll have to leave them on the counter before I crack them, and then I end up with wet half-size cubes. Sometimes I slam them into the corner, and surely enough, driving my neighbors crazy. Sometimes I try to crack them, and the tray will snap in half in my hands. I even have a scar where one cut me. Although it wasn't the first time an ice tray cut me, this was just the one that left the scar. One of my life mottos, a good home, is one where you can get a good glass of ice water. But what good is ice water if you're slicing your hand open getting the ice? No good, I say. Enter Rubbermaid Easy Release Ice Tray Pack of 2. I've had these trays for less than a week, but I can say without a doubt, and I swear to God without any sarcasm, that these ice trays have made my life home considerably better. You barely twist it and the cubes slide out. Did you read that? They slide out. They don't pop in your hand, pop them in your face. They don't crack half and fall on the floor, only leave the other half stuck in the tray. They slide out into the glass or ice bucket, and life is good. Your perfect ice cubes, right? Solo cups, 5-star review. I order these cups every couple of months. They are way better than holding water in my hands. I mean, with my hands, I can hold 4 or 5 ounces of water, and I have to wash my hands really well before I do it, unless I'm eating Indian food. In that case, I let the flavors spice up my beverages. And no matter how well I wash my hands, they seem to leave a distinct taste in the beverage. Maybe it's the soap I use. Either way, these cups are way more convenient. No more sitting at home on the couch with one hand holding a tub of popcorn and a hot dog in it, and the other hand's holding a meager 4 ounces of soda to help wash that down. I used to eat most of my meals by the sink or just drink straight out of 2 liter, but I felt it was classless. The Mountain Man's Brachiosaurus t-shirt. I bought this t-shirt for my son Jeff 2 years ago for his birthday. I know he loved dinosaurs, but I didn't realize it would escalate into obsession. He never goes around the house pretending to be a dinosaur. He now goes around the house pretending to be a dinosaur. He takes the eggs from the fridge, go to the toilet, stick them up his colon. Then, when he felt ready, he would go in the driveway for all the neighbors to see. Drop down his pants and pull it out like a dinosaur on his period. Sadly, he has got so many involved in the dinosaur life that he is leading that. I fear he has now slipped into a spell of extreme depression, as none of the eggs ever hatch. I see him crying on the driveway and desperately sticking his hand up his bun. I'm going to stop it there. This is getting crass. Alright, so number 40. The Pro Evolution Soccer 2016 Anniversary Edition. 1-star review. Would have been 5 stars, but it's not FIFA. Hamilton. Original Broadway cast. Explicit. 2 CD. And look at this. Warning. Don't want your spouse to smack you, your kids to kick you in your shins? Then avoid this album at all costs. You annoy them all. Brushing off this warning may cause severe good Philly feelings. You may experience a spell of charisma, nostalgia, intrigue, etc. Once you reach elation, forget calling for help. The edition is now taking you. Soon your family will start experimenting with this album, and no Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton are more than just a trivia question from the Got Milk commercial from 1993. Truth be told, and joking aside, I can't get enough of this album. The source material is certainly not all feel good, but the retelling of Hamilton's journey was masterful. The musical blend of Miranda has hypnotic and brought up doses of nostalgia. Everything from instrumental echoes of Grandmaster Flash to the slick rhymes of 80s, 90s hip-hop, intertwined and woven with past Broadway styles. Was truly a fantastic experience for me. As far as the story, I won't spoil the content of the album. That will be stealing an opportunity from you. I'll leave it all as this. I enjoyed the album enough, sing along with it, move along with it. Make plans to fly out to Broadway to watch and support this album. Most importantly, find out more about Alexander Hamilton beyond the 1993 Got Milk commercial. I hope you enjoy this album as much as I have. So, this has been the conclusion of 41 reviews of some of the funniest reviews you will see. And I'll come to you with more reviews in the future. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio, Tiggio's White Noise, and we will see you next time.